Navigating through complex processes with lots of steps and involving multiple departments can be quite challenging. But fear not, I have the right solution for you. With the help of a cross-functional flowchart, you can streamline process management and collaboration to take your productivity to the next level. Hi there, welcome to Exceldemy, where you can learn to use Excel and solve Excel VBA-related problems. I'm Eshrak Kader, and in today's video, we'll be discussing how to create a cross-functional flowchart in Excel. So, let's get started. In this video, I'll show you 3 different ways you can construct a cross-functional flowchart. For this tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Excel 365. Now, you may ask yourself, what is a cross-functional flowchart? In simple terms, a cross-functional flowchart reveals the number of steps, departments or people involved in accomplishing a specific task. Cross-functional flowcharts break down complex tasks, thus making them easier to understand. It differs from basic flowcharts since it shows the relationship between functions and phases. Consider the scenario of approving an application at an office. Here I have split the dataset into Steps Overview and Extended Dataset worksheets. In the Steps Overview worksheet, I have the Process Step ID, Process Step Description, and lastly Next Step ID column. In the Extended Dataset worksheet, in addition to the columns from the previous worksheet, I have the connector label, shape type, function, and lastly the phase columns. All these elements will be used to make a cross-functional flowchart. Let's start with the quickest way. I'll use Microsoft Visio add-in to make a cross-functional flowchart. First, I'll create a new worksheet by clicking on this plus icon. In my case, it's Worksheet 2. Here, I'll click the Insert tab. Then I'll click on the Add-ins drop-down and select Visio Data Visualizer. If you are unable to find the Add-ins section in the Insert tab, then follow these steps. Right-click on any of the tabs in the ribbon. Go to Customize the ribbon. This opens up the Excel Options dialog box. Here I'll click on the drop-down for Choose Commands and select Main Tabs. Now expand the Insert tab by clicking on the arrow. Select Add-ins. Click on the Add button. Click on OK. And we can see that our add-ins section is now available. Click on Visio Data Visualizer. This opens up the Data Visualizer dialog box. Here I'll click on Continue without signing in. Next, I'll choose Cross-Functional Flowchart. Here you can choose any layout according to your requirement. In my case, I'll choose the Quick Start and click on Create. After some time, the cross-functional flowchart and the table will appear. Now we have to replace the dummy data in the table with our own dataset. I'll go to the Extended Dataset worksheet and select from B5 to H11 range. Press Ctrl C to copy the data. Then I'll go back to Sheet 2, select the A2 cell, press Ctrl Alt V to bring up Paste Special dialog box. Here I'll select Values and click on OK. We can see that the table has been replaced with our own dataset. Next, I'll click on Refresh. That's it, our cross-functional flowchart is ready. Microsoft offers a lot of templates online, and we can use the cross-functional flowchart template directly from Excel. To access this template, click on the File tab at the top left corner, then choose New. Here I'll select Charts and I'll scroll down below. We can find the process map for cross-functional flowchart. Click on it, then click on Create. This opens up a new workbook with 4 sheets. Here I'll click the plus icon to insert a new sheet. This will be Sheet 1. I'll go to the Insert tab. I'll click the Add-ins drop-down and select Visio Data Visualizer. Again, I'll click on Continue without signing in. Choose Cross-Functional Flowchart. Click on Create. Just like the previous method, we'll have to replace the data in the table with our own dataset. Therefore, I'll go back to my original dataset. Back in the original dataset, I'll go through the extended dataset worksheet and select from B5 to H11 range. Press Ctrl C to copy the data and head back to the downloaded Excel file. In Sheet 1, I'll select the A2 cell, press Ctrl Alt V to bring up Paste Special dialog box. Here I'll choose Values and click on OK. Again click on Refresh. Finally, we get the cross-functional flowchart. Lastly, we can build our own cross-functional flowchart from scratch. However, the process is tedious, so we've kept it for last. I'll begin by inserting a new worksheet. Click on the plus icon. In my case, it's Sheet 5. I'll go to the View tab. In the Workbook Views section, I'll click on Page Layout. This changes the view of the worksheet. Then in the Show group, I'll uncheck the Grid Lines option. After that, I'll go to the Home tab. Click on the triangle to select all the rows and columns. In the Cells section, I'll click on the Format drop-down. Select Row Height. I'll change the row height to 0.5 centimeters. Click on OK. Again in the Cells section, I'll click on Format and select Column Width. I'll change it to 0.5 centimeter as well. Click on OK. I'll go back to the View tab. In the Workbook Views section, I'll click on Normal. This returns the worksheet view back to normal. Now I'll select the range from A2 to AH5. In the Fonts section, I'll click on the Borders drop-down and select Outside Borders. After that, I'll select A2 to A5 range. In the Alignment section, I'll click on Margin Center. Again, in the Fonts section, I'll click the Borders drop-down and select All Borders. After that, I'll click on the Alignment Settings arrow. This opens up the Format Cells dialog box. You can also use the Ctrl+1 shortcut keys. In the Alignment section, under Orientation, I'll enter 90 degrees to change the text alignment. Click on OK. I'll make the text bold and choose a fill color. You can choose any fill color according to your preference. In my case, I'll choose a light shade of blue. In the formula bar, I'll type function 1. Press Enter. This completes the formatting of function 1. Now I'll select the function 1 formatting, press Ctrl C to copy, then I'll select from A6 to A17 cells and press Ctrl V to paste. After that, I'll press the Escape key, then I'll edit the second function 1 to function 2 and the next one to function 3. Lastly, function 4. This concludes our formatting step. Following this, we'll insert the shapes into our cross-sectional flowchart. I'll go to the Insert tab, click the Illustrations drop-down, then click on Shapes. Let me resize the window a bit. Now if I scroll down, we can see Flowchart. Here we'll find Flowchart Terminator. I'll select the shape and draw it out. In the Shape Style section, click the Shape Fill drop-down and select a suitable color according to your liking. In my case, I'll choose Gold Accent. While the shape is selected, right-click and choose the Edit Text option. I'll type Start. We can see the text is colored in white. So let me select the text. I'll go to the Home tab. I'll change the alignment to Center Aligned. I'll change the text color to black, increase its font size to 12, and make it bold. Again, I'll head back to the Shape Format tab. Now I'll choose Rectangle Shape. Hold down the Alt key and draw out the rectangular shape. Again, in the Shape Style section, click on Shape Fill drop-down and select a suitable color. I'll choose Blue Accent. Again, I'll right-click and go to Edit Text. I'll type Step 1. I'll highlight the text, head back to the Home tab, change the alignment to Center Aligned, change the font color to black, make the text bold, and increase its size to 12. Select the rectangular shape, press Ctrl C to make a copy, and then Ctrl V to paste the copy. After that, hold down the Alt key and move the shape in position. With the help of the Alt key, we can make sure that the shapes are properly aligned. After that, I'll again press Ctrl V to make another copy and again hold down the Alt key and drag the shape in position. I'll press Ctrl V one last time to make a copy of the rectangular shape. Hold down the Alt key as I drag it in position. Then I'll select the Terminator shape, press Ctrl C to make a copy and Ctrl V to paste it. Again, I'll hold down the Alt key and move the shape in position. Now, select the shape, highlight the text, and edit them one by one. Lastly, I'll insert line arrows to connect each of the shapes. So I'll go to the Shape Format tab. In the Insert Shapes group, I'll select Line Arrows. Hold down the Shift key while inserting line arrows in order to make sure that the arrows are straight. Make any necessary adjustments. In a similar way, I'll insert the rest of the arrows. So let me speed up the video. Finally, our cross-functional flowchart is complete. In this demonstration, I have shown you 3 useful methods to create a cross-functional flowchart in Excel. You can apply any of these methods according to your requirement and convenience. Don't forget to download the practice workbook from the video description. Try it out for yourself. It's a great way to improve your Excel skills. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. If you have any queries, suggestions or feedback, leave a comment down below. For more information, you can also visit Exceldemy.com. Also, to see more helpful content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you next time. Bye!